Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I quit my job after 1 week, y'all. And I don't even know how to feel about it because it's like when you quit your job, a lot of people are like you're losing stability and income. You're losing insurance or benefits, right? 401k, incentives, and eventually you're gonna have to go back out there and find another job because that's the burden of being an American. Or burden of just being a person. You gotta fucking work. So I quit. Now, why I quit, I think it's a different reason. I think I quit because I realized, two things. First thing I realized is I didn't like the job. That's just point blank simple enough to be for real. I didn't like the job. And then the second thing is I feel like you only are given so much time to really do what you really love. And do you want to spend it doing something you don't like? And I'm sitting in there, I'm like punching a clock for 40 hours, and it just something felt wrong. Like something just pulled me to just say, nah, this isn't it. And I believe in God, but it was just, like a feeling of not belonging. So I got up and I left. And it's just like something about not wanting to be somewhere is one thing, but something about feeling like you don't belong somewhere is a whole nother feeling. And if any of y'all ever had the feeling if you don't belong somewhere, that's a haunting feeling. Like looking around the room and be like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't seem right. It's like it's one feeling, right? But then being in a room and being like, I shouldn't be here is another feeling. And I think that's one of the feelings that I felt the other day, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. So I quit my job, and really the whole situation was ass. Like they had me sitting in a fucking cubicle, like not doing anything more or less, like sitting at these long ass desks, dialing, making calls all day. And it's like, yo, so, like big shout out to the people who can do that. For me, that's just not me, man. Like just then you gotta be like kind of slimy and like in some ways that I just didn't agree with. And yeah, like that's cool for some people who want to cold call. Yeah, I got into a cold calling job, right? It wasn't intentional. It was just kind of just like, damn, how'd I get into this? So yeah, I learned that very quickly that that's not my thing. But yeah, man, like it's just cool to just be able to get back. And I want to be more personable with you guys, my people who actually follow me on YouTube. We've been doing really good. We're on our way to 50 subscribers this week. So big round of applause to y'all. Big round of fucking applause for everybody who's been staying down with the vibes for Trill. Really just pushing towards something I really want to do. So I also kind of want to lay out some things that I want to do right now. For my people who are actually watching and constantly keeping up with me, there's two things that I want to do going into 2027 is I want to start my clothing brand. Well, I want to finish that and start that this year. I have a mixtape I'm about to release that is coming this year. And then I also want to do a better job of like setting up my streams, and I want to be a content creator full time, and that's like where my dream is, that's where my goal is, and that's where I see myself elevating into going to. So I want y'all to rock with me as I go through these journeys. And I appreciate y'all so much. I'm not gonna try to take up too much of y'all's time, but I just say follow your heart, choose yourself, dream. Don't let nobody take you away from where you want to be in life, because at the end of the day, you only get one life to live. And do you want to go live it doing something you don't enjoy? Do you want to go live it doing something that you regret, or do you want to live it doing something that you're working towards something better? Don't get me wrong, there's some things that we don't want to do because they suck, but we're working towards something, and that's okay. But if you are just doing things for status, or you're doing things for the feeling of I look better doing this, you're in the wrong way. So this is for me to tell you, you got it. Stay Trill. This is a little episode 1 of Trill Talk, or Trill Vlogs, and we'll get to it a little later. So I appreciate y'all. Bye bye bye.